Hello, my name is Marie Alcock, and I am president of Learning Systems Associates. And I've been a teacher for 20 years, and in that time I've really been working through some ideas around curriculum, instruction, and assessment, and contemporary school systems. And I've been working recently on co-authoring a book with Dr. Heidi Hayes-Jacobs, and what we've been thinking about is this idea of what does it mean to be a contemporary learner, a contemporary teacher, a contemporary leader, and a contemporary school? And the title of our book that we're working on is really Bold Moves. And the idea is that it takes bold moves to move toward a contemporary structure. And the idea I'd like to focus on with you today is being loyal to learning. And when I'm loyal to learning, what does that mean to me? Well, being loyal to learning means that I'm committed to the authentic learning process, one that uses the cycle of expertise, as James Paul G. would talk about it, and one that not only acknowledges but embraces failure as a critical part of the learning process. And when I do that, if I'm loyal to learning, then I'm actually loyal to failure and not having an evaluation aspect of it blocking me from acknowledging the learning process when it is successful. So if I'm going to define success, I'm not going to look at just my outcomes, something like a test score. I'm going to be looking at the learning process. How many failures have I had? What have I learned from them? And where am I going next? What kinds of questions am I asking? So if I'm a teacher, what does being loyal to learning mean? Well, loyal to learning for a teacher means I am not only a professional educator, I am a professional learner. When I'm a professional learner, I actually model my authentic learning process right there for my students, which means I actually have to master failure. I have to show students how to fail correctly. And when I'm doing that, and I'm participating in the learning process as a model, it's important for me to commit to publishing. So if I'm loyal to learning, I'm publishing what I'm learning. And in our profession, as a profession of educators, we're not in the habit of publishing what we learn, being transparent about our learning, being public about our learning. And so that's something that the contemporary teacher who's loyal to learning is going to be thinking about. And what does it mean for an administrator or a leader to be loyal to learning? Well, if I'm going to create a culture where it's safe for my students, young learners, to fail and learn, and I am going to create an environment for my teachers where it is safe for them to fail and learn, then I have to be an advocate for learning. I have to actually be an innovative designer. I have to create structures, schedules, space, grouping, where I am mindful of learning first. So when we're making decisions about what's good for the learners, that's the primary objective. And budget and what is easy, or maybe adult comfort, or what is acceptable to the public society, that these ideas are understood. But the primary decision-making focus is loyal to the learning process. So what does it mean then if I go from the leader? Let's go to the greater system, the education system. Let's go to policymakers, board members. Let's go to people who are in control of budgets and policies about testing and accountability. What does being loyal to learning mean for them? Well, it would mean being the defenders of innovation, the advocates for the learning process, to the degree that they actually suppress the culture of threat, that they make decisions that defend the right of teachers and learners to fail, be innovative, design new ideas. If we're making decisions from that angle, then we are exercising our right to be loyal to learning. And if we as a profession are connected and communicating, if I say to teachers, do you know the names of all your board members? Do you know the names of the people who are making decisions about testing and accountability and policy and budgets? Are you in communication with them? Are you sharing with them what you're doing? Are you inviting them into your classrooms? If we don't have that level of communication, if administrators and teachers, who the divide just The divide between administrators and teachers is the vestigial tale of the industrialized era. It serves no meaningful purpose any longer. If we as a profession can advocate together that we can articulate our purpose as loyal to learning, we can make decisions about accountability by being loyal to learning, and if we can pursue innovation by being loyal to learning, then we unite as a profession. And then when we start talking to parents and about the society as a whole from being loyal to learning, then we dismiss the culture of threat and we can make a commitment to doing what's right for learners and not having the situation where good teachers are making bad decisions because they're afraid of actually doing something that would be right for learning out of a need to be in compliance with the system. So, loyal to learning is going to be a path of success for all.